Yes.
And I've heard a lot of it are seen more. So I should say a lot of people who are claiming to be Christians are saying that if you're not right out upfront about it, then you're not really of God Jesus. And
I don't agree with
I
that.
can understand that viewpoint, but to a point.
Yes.
Because in this day and age, with everything going on, there's a time to be in your face, but also not everyone who follows Christ is built the same way.
Right.
And some people will call it skillet, or some other things like, well, they're soft, or maybe they're fake, or they're not fully real. I get more from Beauty, Donna, Skillet than I do a lot of artists. And it's because they put it out there from their point of view. And they're letting you, no matter what life you're from, figure out what they're talking about.
Yes.
And I think sometimes figuring out the message is as important, more important than the message itself.
Yes. And there's also like you can extract, like, you know, there could be a Buddhist musician and maybe they write a song and, you know, if they sing something, but it's like, okay, you as a Christian listening to it, connect with that and say, oh yeah, that's really cool or whatever, and then extracting your own spiritual from that between you and God with that song, like that can go on too. You know, it doesn't mean you're going to go become a Buddhist now or whatever, you know. I hope that makes sense.
It does to me.
Yes, yeah. So it's I'm in total agreement. I also think there is something to be said for In Your Face. There is a time and a place for it. Bred for War. They do amazing things. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm being critical of them. I'm not.
No, I am no way, shape, or form critical of them. I love them.
Yes.
Their music has helped save me from a couple situations.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But there is something to be said for stealth as well. Like, you know, going in like, so with Theody, this show they played at this, you know, it definitely was a bar. I mean, there's no denying it's like people go there to drink alcohol and kind of sort of listen to music while they're drinking alcohol. And Theody went right in there. They didn't say anything, you know, outwardly like that was like Jesus loves you or anything like that, you know, but they presented their music and they were playing a song. I can't remember which song it was, but I remember seeing there was a couple people, they were up there and they were like this or whatever, and like it almost looked like they were worshiping God. I don't know if you noticed that too.
I did.
Okay. I won't provide too much detail because I don't want to detract from the story, but you know, there was a connection there, and then that one of those people ended up talking with Stevie, a good friend of ours, and they talked for a good while. So, but who knows what could come out of that? Like that, who knows? You know. So.
You know, Bred for War and bands in that vein. They are needed. I am in no way, shape, or form saying that I do not agree with their tact. I believe that they have a specific role. They're filling it the way they should be. and every time I see them, I love the reaction they get.
Yeah, and they're good people too. Yeah.
From my point of view, when Theory goes, and I've seen it, Theory goes out, Silver Side and older band no longer existing. Zana, when they perform, not all their songs are just outward dry. But I've seen those songs have the same impact with different people that the way Bread for War does their music and performs.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And when I see that, and if the end result is that person starts questioning things, starts searching out questions and answers about God, Christianity or whatever, I'm kind of sitting there going, it shouldn't matter
Right.
who the message came from to a point. Like I said, there are some points, limits that I don't agree with. But I mean, people call me a fangirl of Zana all the time, and I am. But it's not because their music makes me giddy. It's they write music that speaks to things that a lot of us have gone through won't talk about.
Yeah, or we've seen others. Yeah.
And I'm tired of people from groups or religions, whatever, arguing with others about how maybe the delivery of the message isn't what they want. But at the end of the day, as someone who is struggling or hurting or living a life of devastation and sorrow and abandoned plays, and that person goes, maybe I need a different point of view. Maybe I need help. I'm kind of like, who cares how the message got there? It got there. And I will support Bread for War and bands Tell the Day I Die. I believe wholeheartedly in what they're doing. But I've also seen the effects that bands have, as you called it, a more stealthy approach. And I've seen it wreck people in a good way.
Oh yeah.
And it ended up good results. And I just with everything going to hell around day by day.
Oh yeah.
Music and the message these artists deliver is needed. And I'm sure people will watch this or go and watch the Halcyon video. And I'm sure that the probably might get some blow black, but these issues exist. If they didn't exist, people would not be taking out of their lives to make a massively detailed video about this.
Right.
And at the end of the day, if the right message is being heard and received and understood, then why should we care? And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm with you. I'm 100%. I don't think anybody ever sees 100% eye to eye with another person, but I don't even see 100% eye to eye with myself sometimes. But,
yeah.
But no, yeah, we're coming at it from maybe from different angles, but looking at it from the same side. So, I don't know how to transition, or if we should transition.
I do want to say that I'm passionate about this at the risk of maybe upsetting people. And if people get upset, please don't act a fool. Message me because maybe I'm not seeing everything right, and I'm open to learning. But I do know when it all comes to a head, when I get done watching Feud or Zana or Silver Sky or any of bands like that, it always makes an impact in my life. That and usually I didn't even know I needed an impact. And their music, and I don't care if this sounds corny or not, it has saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell them there and anyone else who wants to listen. And that's why I get fired up about this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I've definitely not every instance where I've felt God closely has come from Theody, Silverside, and them, but a good portion of them have been. That it's that could take several hours to discuss all that, but yeah, there's one I want to talk about that where it happened at the basement, and this might be a good transition. Um, Although we're getting, well, we'll just go till we're done. If it's 3 a.m., it's 3 a.m. Whatever. So Silverside played a show at the basement, and at the end of the set, and I don't think they planned this in advance. I'm pretty positive they didn't. But at the end of the set, I know. Is it Nathan? Yeah, Nathan's the lead guy for Silverside. Well, Laura is, but you know what I mean. Nate and Laura from Silverside. So anyway, he got out his acoustic guitar, and Laura sang, and they sang the song about like "You Cast Me Out Upon the Water" or whatever. And boy, did the spirit just like I it almost felt like I was like I could go to heaven right now. Like it's like just go ahead, come on, God, strike me down, whatever. That was incredible. But do you remember that? The
bits and pieces of it. I was really exhausted.
Yeah, I was too. But it was like this was maybe, gosh, what, 5 years ago. Yeah, it was. So they played their full rock set, and at the end, like Laura was like, I could just tell she like leaned over to Nate and was like, "We need to do one more song. Get your guitar or whatever." Like I couldn't actually hear what they were saying, but I imagine that's how the conversation went. And he just started playing like no rest of the band, like drums were gone, everything else. It was just Nate on the acoustic and Laura singing, and then Nate provided the melody, vocals, and it was that was incredible. Like
speaking of
I was
side
like,
side
fighting back the urge to laugh hysterically, like sometimes when you get like really filled up in the spirit, like it can cause you to like start laughing or whatever. I wasn't holding back the spirit, but I was holding back the wanting to laugh because I didn't want to be a distraction on that. But yeah, that was a great moment. So you can go ahead.
Another moment. Yeah. Another moment. also involving Yahweh, and it's showing Yahweh. I won't mention names. But after they were done performing a set, a person who has been around and involved with Yahweh for many years. Many attempts to help reach this person had happened, and no real headway was ever made.
Right.
And then one night after Silverside played, out of the absolute blue nowhere, this person goes to Lauren and asks for prayer. And
I
I'm really not exaggerating when I say this. I'm pretty sure I almost had a heart attack and aneurysm at the same time.
Right.
And that was the moment at Yahweh that really fueled my passion for booking shows. Because out of all the people that could have been reached, the one person who probably needed it the most at that moment opened up. And it shocked a lot of people. And that's when I knew that sometimes your face is good and needed. Sometimes a stealthy approach is better.
Yes.
Because as we see every day all around us, people are just really getting tired of people telling them how to live. And even if those people are trying to do good or out of love, it just doesn't always get heard because the way the delivery is.
Right.
And that's kind of my thing that I've been thinking about a lot.
Oh yeah. There was another instance. It wasn't at Yahweh. It was elsewhere where another friend, not the same person, but they got really touched at a show. Too. It was at like a church or something. Like we drove out to like the middle of nowhere. I want to say it was Wichita. Somewhere in Kansas. Me? Yes.
Was it Silverside
TD? It was one of those. We had a ton of these where it's like, they'd come in, play Yahweh or the Basement, whatever. Then we'd go out with them, just like join them on the tour for a little bit, and then we'd come back, go to our 9 to 5s and whatnot. But and to get to not get super detailed, whatever, but this is more of a tall, skinny person. Usually wear glasses. And basically, after the show, she was just like, I need to pray, or I need to get saved, or she said something like that. And it was out of the blue, too. It's is that ringing a bell?
Yeah. It was Silverside, chaotic resemblance.
Yes.
Another band I don't remember the name.
Yes. Yeah, I want to say it was Wichita or Topeka or somewhere out in Kansas. We joined them. But yeah, that was really powerful too. So, so we kind of touched on it a little bit already, and if you've watched the other episodes too, which are still on YouTube, they still get views now and then. Luke and I both spent extensive time helping out with Yahweh, and then actually leading the Basement. And so there were a lot of great stories out of that. But I don't know if we want to save talking about that for another time.
We can.
Or but yeah, just to kind of tease about what may be on the docket for our next topic. I think we're gonna go. We intend to do that tonight, and as these things usually go when you're talking about God and spiritual things, God sometimes has other plans. So